big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Williams to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Look at this, a tight end carry. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game. But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. Now Jackson back into his end zone.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
We're scoreless after one. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, but he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Jackson on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, that's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Cameron Hayward, his second sack of the night. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
Flushed out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a give right side Swift.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Jackson. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return, Williams. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful of not being too caught.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. Then the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson now off the bootleg. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. David Njoku, 41 yards. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 34. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Swift. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Jackson now. It's caught. Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darren Waller there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Williams now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Finding Arnold. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Throwing. Jackson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the big...
big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Jackson.
Open man is Samuel, complete. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
DeAndre Swift. Fine work there on the touchdown run.
And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On play action, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. That one is slant to McLaurin. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Again, Fields. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. Now Jackson on 1st down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Again, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They run out of the gun with Swift. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Fields throw into the hands of McLaurin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
That's caught by Howard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On first down, Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second and goal, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Swift's got the first down and then some.
As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Just keep going. It's all right. Let's go.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. McCaffrey.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 14. Let's go. Come on.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
intercepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
You got it.
Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
3rd and 2, Fields. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Third down, here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 36 yards out. Prater's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
And the celebration is now just an extra point away from being full on. Think about those who may have left the stadium a little bit early thinking their guys might not get this done. Oh, it got done, and in a big way.
No time on the clock. This to claim victory. And he has got it. And to borrow a baseball expression, they're going to walk off a winner. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking. But he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it
it back to the 15. Now the drama kicked in. So, yes, a touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that was not a gimme, and he knocked it through the post.
kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. A handoff running left is Gibson. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he finds McLaurin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 15. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Fields throwing again. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs. But in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Fields now to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Fields. And he'll just get rid of it. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Play action. It's Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Antonio Gibson taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fields on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. Touchdown Bears. Davante Adams. 54 yards. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Fields. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
A final shot before the break. Fields
escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run, Cook, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On first down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. To throw is Fields. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now it's Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Smith. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the carry, here's Smith. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Keith Smith taking it in from
2 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Fields. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. They get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields. He's got McLaurin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A give running right, Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And he finds McLaurin.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. One last throw here for Fields.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Well, going into the final play of this game.
the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And we are underway here on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Robbie Anderson, 67 yards.
And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They run with Mostert off the option.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, Allen into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now. Allen escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Allen. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of